to me like.
Hello YouTube, I am back. Welcome to the hub where you question everything and we're going to think outside of the box. I hope you guys are doing great today and you're ready to vibe with me. Please take a second if you haven't done so to hit the like and subscribe button with notifications bell on for more exclusive content from me. I have to tell you guys, things are too hot in Miami. Okay, I'm near Bayside and I just had to hop back into YouTube to get on my game. So without further delays, guys, let's get back into these clips.
Miami.
Okay, so a few nights ago, over 50 cops and helicopters were called over in a shopping mall area in Miami, Florida. Why were there so many cops? This is just rumors and witness reports that there were 7 to 10 feet tall creatures and beings running around the shopping area and attacking people. Now, the other report is there was a few gangs fighting amongst the shopping area and teenagers running around fighting each other with sticks and stuff. So you're telling me that many cops and helicopters came for a little teenage gang fight? And why were there so many flight delays in Miami that day? All of this wasn't even being reported by the media and covered up by that whole Epstein list.
I was actually at the mall in Miami when all those police showed up, and I'm here to tell you right now, the story that the mainstream media is putting out is not the real story. This might get my account banned, but I have to tell the truth. So this trip to the mall started just like any other trip to the mall I have. I didn't have a lot of money, and I'm looking for opportunities to steal. No, there were no crop circles or no grotesque smells. If you're looking for a sci-fi story, you were on the wrong page. But what I will say is there is no way to explain what I saw next. So I am at the Foot Locker and I'm sitting on the bench. And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get the salesperson to go in the back and get me another size shoe while I still have that size shoe with me. And then I walk out of the store. So I'm there trying to rock this guy to sleep. And then I hear a commotion outside the store. It was probably 50 to 60 feet away. And then it got louder and louder and what sounded like fireworks. Now, at first in my mind, I just chalked it up to kids being kids. Maybe someone else was stealing and step 1 finesse didn't work. So they had to go for step 2 violence. I'm not thinking much of it. And then I hear the most blood-curdling screech I'd ever heard in my life. Now, with all this hooping and hollering going on, I realized this is not only the perfect opportunity to investigate, but I'm stealing, baby. So boom, I run out of the store and I run towards the commotion. So boom, I'm running out the store. And then the sales guy's behind me. He's like, stop, I'm going to call the police. And I looked at him, turned around, I said, I am the police. I got to go. So when I finally shake loose from the salesman, I'm getting more close to the commotion and the screams are getting louder and everything's sounding way more grotesque. I'm actually scared at this point. And I round a corner and then boom, I see it. No, it's not a 10-foot alien. We all know aliens don't get that tall, but it was an alien, just not the type of alien you're thinking of. Now, I'm still not for sure at this point what I'm seeing. It's so bizarre. So I duck behind some obese people and I get a better look. What I saw looked like some sort of intergalactical sex riot. And then all the cops pull up and I'm so worried about these shoes I got in my hand, I think they're after me. But they were there to stop the alien on alien crime and I made it out the mall with my shoes. I didn't even want to make this video, but I have to come on here and
Okay guys, so to my understanding, let's not describe them as, like aliens or anything like that, because during my process of research on this topic, I've come across different descriptions of what these entities are being identified all over the world, like in different mountains, in different islands, in the Philippines. I mean, it's like a thing right now, like Nephilims and 10 feet intergalactic dimensional beings. So I am going to go ahead and pull up into something here. Let's pull up the definition online of interdimensional. So it says, in a nutshell, these are beings that live in alternative dimensions to ours. So like a legit thing, like a real legit thing. It's the age of Aquarius, and I know that everything is coming afloat, and not everybody's going to be able to contain the information that is being brought out for us to, or that we are downloading, shall we say. But it's definitely amazing, incredible time to be alive, that's for sure. Like, I'm fascinated.
It was one of the things that he told me. He's the one that was talking about seeing the giants in the deep underground military bases. He said that one of the first things that they had to do before he was allowed to go into S4 or S20 or any of the others, they made him sign an affidavit saying, you're not allowed to use the name Jesus Christ in these underground facilities, not even if you stub your toe or anything. And he said that he saw 10 to 25 foot tall giants in these underground bases, and said that they were, human scientists and other people working side by side with them. He said that they even came right out and said they were the Nephilim. They came right out and said it. Said that, basically we're preparing for an intergalactic war with God, and they believe that they're going to win.
Where are they getting this? They're going to win from.
And why are you not allowed to say the name Jesus in these underground facilities?
Jesus said, just like in the days of Noah, so will it be in the coming of the Son of Man. During the days of Noah, the fallen angels and their offspring, the Nephilim, were influencing, corrupting the human race to live in sin. And we know in the book of Genesis, God says that the wickedness was so bad, he had to flood the entire earth. And we know God had to do this in order for the Messiah to come through Noah's bloodline to redeem us. The enemy doesn't want people to know there's power in the name of Jesus. Use your authority to stomp out that dirty lying devil in Jesus.
Have y'all heard about what Alexa said about the next presidential election? This for entertainment purposes only. Let's listen very
Hey, want to
closely.
hear some fucked up shit? Alexa, who will win the next American
win?
election?
The 2024 American election will not take place. There will be no winner.
No
War
winner.
Powers Resolution of 1973 or the War Powers Act will be invoked by the act of war with Russia and China. Once an invoked, the standing party will retain and remain in power.
Once again, this for entertainment purposes only. Who programmed Alexa? You feel me? Why is Alexa saying this? Somebody wrote this in Alexa program that we will not have an election in 2024. Why? So that mean Biden will stay president? The tensions in Ukraine is rising. Y'all just seen what North Korea and Putin just did, right? Yeah, that little meeting that they had, and how North Korea said they trying to send soldiers over there into Ukraine. Somebody who got Alexa, ask her about this and tag me in the video. Let me know what y'all think about what Alexa said about the next presidential election in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stuff.
So one thing I would like to say is there is no battle, there is no war against God the Almighty, because no weapon formed against him and formed against us shall ever prosper. It's in the Bible. So regarding Alexa, I don't trust Alexa. I don't have Alexa in my house. I don't need a stranger in my house go ahead and giving information out to the black web about my privacy. So throw her out.
We are in the age of Aquarius, so say bye-bye to the old system. I hope people out there have been doing their shadow work and their spiritual work, because the next journey we go on, we're going to need everything. It's always some kind of new fair topic. Now it's the bank systems. People can't deposit their money. I want people to understand something. Every time they mention money, they are speaking about water. We are 75% of water, so they're talking to us. You really got to open your third eye to understand the language they are using against us. When they say deposit, they mean life. Withdrawal means death. Life, death, enter, exit, withdrawal, deposit. So when they say people can't deposit their money, they're trying to tell you that no more life is about to be able to come on this planet. They close the gates. Remember, everything is dealing with water. What if I told you they stole our spirits from the oceans? They took us from the oceans and put us on the surface of this planet. If you ever watch DreamWorks, they show you that there's a boy fishing from the moon, pulling spirits out of the oceans to bring them on the land. If you watch Avatar, they try to tell you what's really going on. We are from the water. How about the movie Aquaman? Or how about Black Panther 2? They try to give us little details. Follow the breadcrumbs. This is why these popes wear these hats. This is a mouth of a fish if you know what you're looking at. All the wealth, all the gold, all the diamonds, all the pearls, all the minerals are inside of the ocean. They stole our kingdom and gave us the surface. We need to find a way to get back home. Another reason why they want us to look out there in outer space to find stars. What if I told you the stars are really in the ocean, in deep spaces in the ocean? They could try to hide the truth, but they really can't hide it. When a woman water breaks, she get life and we come out. So if we can survive 9 months inside of a womb in water, that should tell you something. You ever get inside of the water and you notice your fingers are looking like this? Do you know what's really going on? When your fingers look like this, it is your body adapting back to its natural resources or its natural home. We are becoming water once we get inside of the water. This is the reason why we start getting wrinkles and we don't live long. because we are not in water no more. They even switched it around and said we gotta get baptized once we come on this planet. No, we was baptized inside of the womb. There is only one holy water on this planet, and that is the water from the mother once our water break. So the big question is, who tricked us and made us leave the oceans to come on the surface? It was the moon. By the way, did you know that women never had menstrual cycles until the moon got here? Women had periods every month, and we have a full moon every month. Connect the dots. The moon controls the currency on this planet, so it creates big giant waves. These waves actually pushed us from out of the water into the surface of this planet. Make sure you get the ebook. The link is in my bio.
All right, y'all. With everything that's going on in Florida this year, especially in Miami, right? Were you guys aware that they're doing plane crash exercises down in Miami? Did y'all hear about this? Huh? And I found a video related to why they're doing this. Check this out.
Also happening today, the University of Miami is pairing with local and federal agencies to conduct a really big crisis exercise.
And the drill is testing the capabilities of first responders, health system operations, and other emergency officials to prepare for a real-life scenario. And Local 10's Trent Kelly is in Miami with a look.
That drill getting underway out here within the last hour, and it is expected to last through at least the early afternoon. Check out the scene here behind me. This is the area where most of the simulation is taking place. This drill designed to mimic a mass casualty event involving a plane that has crashed into a bus carrying foreign diplomats. That's why you see that Metro bus there resting on its side. There's also an aircraft fuselage, which is obviously designed to be part of that downed plane. Organizers coming up with this scenario in order to test their crew's response to a unique and potentially dangerous situation. As a result, they really went out of their way here to make this drill feel as real as possible. That includes bringing in more than 70 actors to play some of the victims you see here. One of the directors of this event speaking to us earlier, telling us why it's important for them to make this drill feel like real life.
It's critically important to make the exercises as real as possible. We're working with our Gordon Center, who deals with simulation and medical education. We're dealing with a lot of the simulation, a lot of the moulage, which is the makeup to make them look real. We got burns, we got crushes, we got amputations. We have all of these high-level traumas, and a lot of them. So not only the responders in the field get the experience, but also the emergency department personnel receiving those patients get that experience.
In all, nearly 20 different agencies are taking part in this drill. That includes City of Miami Police, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, who you see right there, the FBI, even members of the French consulate are here, as again, this drill involves that bus supposedly being filled with diplomats. Now, you can see several streets in this area are now being blocked off as a result. That includes the intersection you're looking at right now, Northwest 12th Avenue and Northwest 14th Street, right next to the Sylvester Cancer Center on the south end of Jackson Memorial's campus. This simulation, as we mentioned earlier, is expected to last through at least the early afternoon. So if you plan to drive in this area, avoid these streets if you can help it.
So it's a drill designed to simulate a mass casualty event that's carrying important diplomats. 70 important diplomats, you guys. And you don't find that suspicious? With everything that's going on in Florida, especially Miami right now, and I want you to be aware that they try to stress that it's a simulation. But remember, we live in a simulation as well. So what is coming to this simulation, my people? You know they always give us warnings before things happen, right? And they've been showing things falling out of the sky in movies and TV shows, and this happened a lot last year too. So again, I ask you, what do you think is coming? Please leave your comments down below, y'all, and we'll get back to y'all. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times, and we want to know what's going on in Miami. Like, share, and follow for more videos like this, y'all. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. We end this shift. Let's get it. Peace in.
So I am telling you, as if Miami's not going through enough, now we got to deal with crash simulations of major catastrophic events that may or may not happen. But I need to know your theories and your thoughts in the comments below as far as do we live in a simulation? What are your thoughts? Did you guys see that last eclipse that happened and how the moon, right through the moon, there was some sort of like simulation distortion? That one really left me shook because They were seeing that it was the sun's solar flares, but obviously the opening, the glitch happened right on top of the moon, like from the moon. Like you can see it, the sun behind the moon in front, and then like a door opens and like a flash comes out. Yeah, I can definitely YouTube that or do your research on that. But it is creepy. So let me know your thoughts, simulation or not. Let's just come down to an agreement, simulation or not. Also, they're prepping us for a great event. That's like a given. I don't know if it's all based on Project Bluebeam or not, as it is in full effect, but I am being stupid towards all of this.
So the James Webb Telescope just detected these city lights trillions of miles away through the universe on an entirely different planet. This telescope detected these city lights 7 trillion miles away, and I know that it seems like it's too crazy to be true, but I'm going to share with you the article. And to be clear, NASA called them city lights, and if you know the distinction between city lights, star lights, and any other light in the world, you know that city lights have a distinct measure and they are often used to detect other civilizations. In this article I'm going to share with you, NASA states that these city lights are a clear indication that there is life 7 trillion miles away through the galaxy. But that's not what we're talking about today. I want to share with you why this is not a nuance for most of us. And just so everyone is on the same page as me, this is the article that I am quoting and will be citing. If you have any information or want to share information or even look up this information, you can go ahead down below to universewatcher.com, and this is what the headline reads. The article reads that since its historical launch on December 25th of 2021, the James Webb Telescope has made astronomical discoveries, and it says that the cutting-edge telescope, painstakingly built to outperform the Hubble Space Telescope, has just pulled off an incredible feat that could completely change our knowledge of the universe. It goes on to back up my statement, which it has successfully detected the faint glow of city lights from an astounding 7 trillion miles away. It then goes on to say that, as we know, city lights are not only a symbol of civilization, but also a captivating sight that brightens the night sky. These brilliant lights stand for the unceasing human activity and amazing advancements that characterize the modern world. So now that you know I'm not just pulling your strings, let me give you my perspective. As someone who has studied religion, I study the Apocrypha, which are hidden books of the Bible. I study ancient Mesopotamia, as well as just modern day people who speak with this vast form of knowledge that is out of this world. If you follow me, you know that exactly what I'm about to tell you is no surprise. And if you don't and you are interested in learning more, follow me now. So a little bit ago, I spoke to you guys about ancient Mesopotamia, specifically the Sumerians and who they worshipped. They were known to have worshipped the Anunnaki. And the Anunnaki were these gods that were descended from An and Kai, which were a male and female deity. And the Anunnaki were called sky gods. I'm not going to go too deep on who they are, where they came from, but I am going to use them as an example. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into them, but I'm going to use them as a center point because that is very important. Pay close attention and stay with me. We're diving. Recently, Terrence Howard came forward and talked about something called the Flower of Life. He explained that this Flower of Life symbol was molecularly burned into a temple at the base of another mosque in Egypt. If you know anything about Egypt, it is also Africa. But nevertheless, this Flower of Life symbol, he explained in such vividity about how it was actually being looked at wrong by ancient philosophers. Layman terms, this man was talking about time travel, and I'm not aware if he even knew that. I did a whole video, go watch it, but I believe that this symbol is a symbol of time travel. Because this symbol is all the way in Egypt, then it goes all the way to China in the Forbidden Temple, and it's found in different locations in the world, and my idea is that it was the use of time travel. I 100% believe that the Anunnaki were just time travelers. Those city lights that we are seeing 7 trillion miles away are just every person that has ever visited Earth and left. And the fact that the Anunnaki were said to have used humans to mine gold and for hard labor, and they were gods of the sky as well as gods as the pre-proportional earth where all our souls were said to go and not be judged for right or wrong, that's what we're looking at. So in my mind, I 100% believe that we just live in different points of time. And any alien that comes here is just us from another time. So we are literally, the James Webb Telescope literally looked through time and saw another civilization that has made it to a better Earth. This ain't a flat Earth. This is prison Earth. We are subjected to labor all the time, and we barely get anything. We get fake money. We get this stuff that we worship that isn't even tangible. It's not real. So by the ancient Sumerians worshiping these deities, the Anunnaki, I 100% believe that any alien that is referenced, any god that is referenced, is literally just these deities that visited us, right? And they have taken some people back to that Earth that we are seeing 7 trillion miles away at different places in time. Now, I am going to talk more about the Anunnaki and who the ancient Sumerians worshipped and how they had a whole forefront for these people or these beings, and they had people that were up and people were down, which is like basically heaven and hell. But I hope you enjoyed this. I am going to do a part 2, and thanks for having me.
Cigar-shaped ship appeared over the Air Force Base. These cigar-shaped ships were over a mile in length. One of them landed on the airport landing strip area. When it touched the ground, it created an earthquake like about a 3.5 to 4.0. It terrified everybody in the area. The back of this craft opened up, and several hundred young men with huge, heavy weapons came out of 2 sides of the ship and formed a protection line around the ship. And the people at that Air Force base, the commander, had a meeting with the individuals that were aboard this ship. And this particular race that landed those ships and that are seen in these huge cigar-shaped ships, they are a black race. They look like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5", these tight-fitting black leather outfits on, and the weapons that they came out of the ships with, they were huge weapons. And if you've ever seen a race of people that were conquerors, that had never been conquered, they've got this look about them of arrogance. That is exactly what these extraterrestrials had, and they informed these people at this American Air Force base that not only were they from a militaristic society, but they had controlled a large portion of the galaxy that we live in.
I think it's incredibly important to listen to the specific words that Grusch uses. You know, Grusch never said extraterrestrial or alien, he said interdimensional. I think that that's incredibly important because those are the types of things that when we go in there, there's just certain things that I think that it's important that you guys listen to on that.
I'm going to get clarification.
Yes,
you said interdimensional. I mean, now, what does that term, is this something that bends time and space? What are you getting at?
I think that Grusch, when I had talked to him on whether these were specifically extraterrestrials or alien in origin, he said interdimensional. He refused to use certain terms, and I think that's incredibly important because I think that that's really the question we're all wanting to know, right? And so I'm actually going to have a sit-down conversation with him and ask him to come back and talk to us directly, because it seems that we are getting more information from the source than going into a skiff and then not being able to tell you guys what we're talking about.
Is this stuff that we just as humans might not be able to understand if it's interdimensional?
I think that we can understand it. I think that it's just, it's an approach, right? I mean, like, remember, we just now for the first time in history really had Congress have whistleblowers come forward credible that were telling the entire world that there is something other than human life forms. Grusch said that those were interdimensional beings. He refused to use extraterrestrial and alien. I think that's important to note.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, Biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Become your own person. Become your own researcher. Start asking questions. Ask yourself questions. Look at information that contradicts itself and start trying to figure out why is it contradicting. And then use some basic logic and you'll figure out what's being told to you is not exactly what happened. What's being taught to you to believe in wholeheartedly for eternity is not even coming from the word of the creator of the universe itself. It's coming from human beings, from men. Actual flesh and blood men that put their pants on one leg at a time, just like you. All you need to know is this, and I'm gonna end. The divine spark that created everything in the entire universe is inside of every atom in your body, meaning that you are God and God is you. You are the divine walking in the flesh already to experience life like it is in the third dimension as you.
This was definitely a lot of information to take in, but it's definitely soul feeding purpose information.
Sounds like a challenge.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled.
Oh my
More than this, I did it
What in the Jewish mutant ninja turtle, dreidels in the half shell, Torah power is going on here? Look at your man emerging from the sewer. Get out of my way.
And to why we need to expend something. Not like this. Not safe. We don't do that in America.
for the bar mitzvah boy. Bar mitzvah boy. Bar mitzvah boy. Bar mitzvah boy. Okay, up on the podium, staring out at everyone. Can't remember how it goes. Whistle from my rabbi's nose. Oh man, this is it. Make up some crazy shit. Baruch atah, cha cha cha. Everybody says good job. Now I'm doing sweet relief.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're heroes in a half shell and they're green.
I'm not listening to conspiracy theories in 2024. I don't care who sold their soul to who. I don't care if you've seen aliens walking across the street. I don't care if you've seen angels and demons shopping at Walmart. I need some money, and I need it now.
That movie is a must watch as they're trying to tell us something, guys. There's a hidden agenda. One more time. But that's it for this compilation, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Let me know your thoughts and your theories, your opinions on the comments below. Like and subscribe with notifications on, and I'm going to see you next time. Stay safe. We love you guys.